Ramadan is a special time for Muslims. It is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. This month is a time of deep spiritual reflection and devotion. Muslims around the world anticipate the arrival of Ramadan with eager hearts. The sighting of the crescent moon marks the beginning of this holy month. Excitement fills the air as communities prepare for a period of fasting, prayer, and reflection. Families and friends gather to share meals before the sun rises, strengthening bonds of kinship and faith. Ramadan is a time of spiritual renewal. It's a time to cleanse the heart and seek closeness to God. The revelation of the Quran is a pivotal moment in Islamic history. It occurred on Laylat al-Qadr, one of the odd nights in the last 10 days of Ramadan. This night is considered holier than 1,000 months. It's a time when Muslims believe that God's mercy and forgiveness are abundant. The Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad through the angel Gabriel. It contains guidance for all aspects of life. The Quran's teachings emphasize the importance of faith, prayer, charity, and good deeds. Muslims believe that by following these teachings, they can attain God's pleasure and achieve salvation. Ramadan serves as a reminder of the Quran's significance. Muslims recite and reflect upon its verses. They strive to internalize its message and apply it to their lives. The Quran is a source of comfort, guidance, and inspiration during Ramadan. Fasting during Ramadan is one way Muslims demonstrate their devotion to God. Fasting is more than just abstaining from physical needs. It's a time for spiritual reflection and growth. By denying themselves worldly desires, Muslims focus on their relationship with God. They engage in increased prayer, Quran recitation, and acts of charity. Fasting teaches self-control and strengthens willpower. It helps Muslims develop a greater awareness of their thoughts and actions. This heightened sense of awareness fosters a deeper connection with God and with their own spirituality. The breaking of the fast each evening is a special time during Ramadan. Families and friends gather to share the iftar meal, a time of joy and togetherness. The breaking of the fast is a reminder of the blessings of sustenance and the importance of sharing with others. Ramadan is a time for Muslims to strengthen their relationship with God and with each other. It's a time for spiritual growth, self-reflection, and acts of kindness. The month of Ramadan is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the importance of community in Islam. Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. These pillars form the foundation of Muslim life. The 5 pillars are faith, prayer, charity, fasting during Ramadan, and pilgrimage to Mecca. These pillars guide Muslims on their spiritual journey. Fasting during Ramadan is an essential part of Islamic practice. It's a time for Muslims to purify their hearts, seek forgiveness, and draw closer to God. The act of fasting cultivates empathy, gratitude, and a deeper understanding of one's own faith. Ramadan is not merely a time of deprivation. It's a time of immense spiritual reward and blessings. Muslims believe that the rewards for good deeds are multiplied during this holy month. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever observes fasts during the month of Ramadan out of sincere faith and hoping to attain Allah's reward, then all his past sins will be forgiven." The call to prayer echoes through the stillness of the pre-dawn hours. It is a call to awaken the spirit and prepare for a day of fasting. Muslims rise before the sun, consuming a light meal known as suhoor. This meal will sustain them throughout the day. The act of fasting begins with the first light of dawn. Muslims abstain from food and drink, focusing on their inner journey. The day is spent in prayer, reflection, and acts of kindness. Fasting is a personal act of worship, a direct line of communication between the individual and God. Time seems to slow down during Ramadan days. The absence of worldly distractions allows for a deeper connection with the divine. The pangs of hunger and thirst serve as reminders of the countless blessings in life. As the day progresses, Muslims gather in mosques for midday prayers. The recitation of the Quran fills the air, offering solace and guidance. The shared experience of fasting fosters a sense of unity and solidarity among Muslims. As the sun begins its descent, anticipation builds for the breaking of the fast. Families and friends gather for iftar, the evening meal. Dates, a staple food of the Prophet Muhammad, are traditionally the first food consumed. The iftar meal is a time for celebration and gratitude. It's a time to share stories, laughter, and the blessings of the day. The act of breaking bread together strengthens bonds of kinship and community. The atmosphere during iftar is one of joy and festivity. The streets come alive with the aroma of spices and traditional dishes. Children eagerly await the moment they can partake in the feast. Iftar is not just about the food, it's about the spirit of togetherness and generosity that permeates the month of Ramadan. It's a reminder that even in the midst of our own fast, we should never forget the importance of sharing with others. Charity, or zakat, is an integral part of Ramadan. Muslims are encouraged to give generously to those in need. It is a time to reflect on one's own blessings and to share them with others. Giving to charity during Ramadan is believed to purify one's wealth and to bring blessings from God. It is a reminder that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in compassion and generosity. Acts of charity take many forms during Ramadan. Some Muslims donate money to charitable organizations, while others volunteer their time at soup kitchens or homeless shelters. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, is valued. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The believer's shade on the day of resurrection will be his charity." This hadith emphasizes the importance of giving charity, especially during the month of Ramadan. While the physical act of fasting is a central aspect of Ramadan, it is the spiritual transformation that holds the most significance. Fasting serves as a reminder of the ephemeral nature of worldly desires. It allows Muslims to focus on their relationship with God. Through fasting, Muslims learn self-discipline and empathy. They experience the pangs of hunger and thirst, gaining a deeper understanding of the struggles faced by those less fortunate. This heightened sense of awareness extends beyond the month of Ramadan. It shapes Muslims' interactions with the world, fostering compassion and generosity. The spiritual growth attained during Ramadan leaves a lasting impact. Ramadan is a time for inner reflection, a time to confront one's flaws and to seek forgiveness. It is a journey of self-discovery, a time to reconnect with one's faith and to emerge spiritually rejuvenated. Ramadan is a time of intense spiritual reflection. It is a time to confront one's inner demons and to strive for self-improvement. Fasting serves as a catalyst for this inward journey. It helps Muslims to detach from worldly desires and to focus on their relationship with God. The physical act of abstaining from food and drink is only one aspect of fasting. The true struggle takes place within. It is a battle against negative thoughts, harmful desires, and spiritual impurities. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever does not give up forged speech and evil actions, Allah is not in need of his leaving his food and drink." This hadith emphasizes the importance of purifying one's intentions and actions during Ramadan. Fasting teaches Muslims self-control and discipline. It helps them to resist temptations and to make conscious choices that align with their values. This inner struggle is not easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. Ramadan is a time for seeking forgiveness and for making amends. Muslims believe that God is most merciful during this holy month. The gates of heaven are open and prayers are readily answered. The Prophet Muhammad said, "When the month of Ramadan starts, the gates of heaven are opened and the gates of hell are closed and the devils are chained." This hadith highlights the spiritual significance of Ramadan as a time of immense divine grace. Muslims seek forgiveness for their past sins through sincere repentance and by increasing their good deeds. They strive to make amends for any wrongdoings and to strengthen their relationships with others. Ramadan is a time for reconciliation and forgiveness. It is a time to let go of grudges, to forgive others, and to seek forgiveness from those we may have wronged. This act of forgiveness brings peace to the heart and strengthens bonds within the community. One of the most significant nights in Ramadan is Laylat al-Qadr, the night of power. It is believed to be the night when the Quran was first revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. Muslims believe that this night is more blessed than 1,000 months. The exact date of Laylat al-Qadr is unknown. However, it is believed to fall on one of the odd nights in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Muslims spend these nights in prayer, Quran recitation, and supplication. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever prays on Laylat al-Qadr out of sincere faith and hoping for a reward from Allah, then all his previous sins will be forgiven." This hadith underscores the immense spiritual significance of this night. Muslims approach Laylat al-Qadr with a sense of hope and anticipation. They pray for forgiveness, guidance, and blessings. It is a time for deep spiritual connection and reflection. The spiritual journey of Ramadan transforms the heart. Through fasting, prayer, and kindness, hearts are purified. This inner transformation is Ramadan's ultimate goal. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Fasting is a shield. If insulted, say, 'I am fasting.'" Fasting cultivates inner peace and restraint. A cleansed heart is more receptive to God's guidance. Ramadan is a global phenomenon. It is observed by Muslims of diverse cultures and backgrounds. From Cairo to Istanbul, the spirit of Ramadan unites Muslims worldwide. Each community adds its own unique flavor to this holy month. The Islamic calendar is lunar-based, making Ramadan fall in different seasons. Despite differences, the essence of Ramadan remains the same. It is a time for spiritual reflection, devotion, and kindness. From Morocco to Malaysia, Ramadan is celebrated with unique traditions and customs. In Morocco, the sound of the nafar horn signals the breaking of the fast. In Malaysia, Ramadan bazaars offer a wide array of traditional Malay dishes. In Turkey, the Blue Mosque is a focal point for prayer during Ramadan. In Senegal, Ramadan is a time for families to come together and share meals. Ramadan is not just a personal journey, it is a communal experience. Mosques become centers of activity. They host communal iftars, bringing people from all walks of life together. The act of breaking bread together strengthens bonds of brotherhood and sisterhood. Many mosques organize special Ramadan lectures and classes. These provide a space for Muslims to deepen their understanding of Islam. Scholars and imams share insights into the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Ramadan is a time for families to connect with their heritage. Older generations pass down traditions to younger generations. Children learn about the importance of fasting, prayer, and charity. They participate in the preparation of special Ramadan dishes. The spirit of generosity is amplified during Ramadan. Muslims are more likely to give to charity, volunteer their time, and help those in need. The act of giving purifies one's wealth and brings blessings from God. The spirit of Ramadan extends beyond the Muslim community. It is a time for interfaith dialogue and understanding. Many mosques host open houses, inviting people of other faiths to experience Ramadan traditions. These events foster mutual respect and break down barriers. Non-Muslim businesses often join in the spirit of Ramadan. Restaurants offer special iftar menus. Stores adjust their hours to accommodate Muslim customers. These gestures of goodwill promote inclusivity and understanding. The media also plays a role in raising awareness about Ramadan. Television programs feature stories about Muslim communities. Newspapers publish articles about Ramadan traditions. This increased visibility helps to dispel misconceptions and promote tolerance. The spirit of Ramadan is one of peace, compassion, and generosity. It is a time to reflect on our shared humanity and to reach out to those around us with kindness and understanding. Section 5, Beyond Borders. The observance of Ramadan transcends geographical boundaries. Muslims living in minority contexts often find creative ways to maintain their traditions. They establish Islamic centers and mosques. They organize community iftars and events. Technology has played a significant role in connecting Muslims around the world during Ramadan. Social media platforms are abuzz with Ramadan greetings, recipes, and reflections. Online lectures and sermons provide spiritual nourishment to those living far from home. The experience of fasting while living as a minority can be both challenging and rewarding. It can foster a stronger sense of identity and community. It can also be an opportunity to educate others about Islam and to build bridges of understanding. Ramadan is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the Muslim faith. No matter where Muslims are in the world, they find ways to observe this holy month and to keep its spirit alive. Aisha, a bright-eyed 8-year-old, eagerly awaited Ramadan. She loved the festive atmosphere and fasting with her family. Waking up before dawn for suhoor made her feel grown up. Her parents made Ramadan special with stories and decorations. Her mother taught her that fasting is about empathy and gratitude. The imam's voice resonated through the mosque, his words reaching deep into the hearts of the congregation. He spoke about the importance of sincerity and fasting, reminding everyone that true fasting was not just about abstaining from food and drink, but also from all evil thoughts and deeds. Ramadan is a time for spiritual purification, the imam emphasized. It is a time to cleanse our hearts from envy, hatred, and greed. It is a time to reconnect with God and to seek His forgiveness. The imam's words struck a chord with Omar, a young man struggling with feelings of resentment towards a colleague. He realized that his anger was consuming him, preventing him from experiencing the true spirit of Ramadan. Inspired by the imam's sermon, Omar decided to let go of his anger. He approached his colleague with a sincere apology, seeking forgiveness and reconciliation. To his surprise, his colleague responded with warmth and understanding. Fatima, a university student studying abroad, found herself observing Ramadan in a country where Muslims were a small minority. She missed the comfort of praying in a crowded mosque, the aroma of traditional foods filling her home, and the company of family and friends during iftar. Determined to make the most of Ramadan, Fatima connected with the local Muslim community. She discovered a small mosque tucked away in a quiet neighborhood. She met other Muslim students who shared her feelings of longing and nostalgia. Together they organized potluck iftars, sharing dishes from their respective cultures. They prayed Tarawih prayers in the mosque, finding solace and strength in their shared faith. Fatima realized that the essence of Ramadan transcended geographical boundaries. It was about the spiritual connection with God, the commitment to self-improvement, and the spirit of community that united Muslims worldwide. David, a non-Muslim man, received an invitation from his Muslim neighbor Ahmed to join his family for iftar. Intrigued and a little apprehensive, David accepted the invitation. Upon arriving at Ahmed's home, David was greeted with warmth and hospitality. He was touched by the family's generosity and the festive atmosphere. He listened intently as Ahmed explained the significance of Ramadan and the rituals associated with iftar. As they broke their fast with dates and water, David felt a sense of connection with Ahmed and his family. They shared stories, laughed together, and learned about each other's cultures. The food was delicious, but it was the spirit of friendship and understanding that made the evening truly special. David left Ahmed's home that night with a newfound appreciation for Islam and the true meaning of Ramadan. He realized that despite their differences, they shared common values of compassion, generosity, and respect. Ramadan is more than just a month of fasting. It is a journey of the heart, a time for spiritual renewal and self-reflection. It is a time for strengthening bonds of family and community, for showing compassion to those less fortunate, and for seeking forgiveness and reconciliation. The stories of Aisha, Omar, Fatima, and David illustrate the transformative power of Ramadan. It is a time for Muslims to reconnect with their faith, and for non-Muslims to gain a deeper understanding of Islam. The essence of Ramadan lies in its ability to inspire positive change both within ourselves and in the world around us. As the crescent moon wanes, marking the end of Ramadan, a bittersweet feeling descends upon Muslims worldwide. Families and friends gather to celebrate Eid al-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast. Ramadan reminds us of the global unity of the Muslim community. Despite differences, Muslims share the common experience of this holy month. The shared experience strengthens bonds and inspires acts of charity. The legacy of Ramadan is one of spiritual growth, self-improvement, and community building. The lessons learned during this holy month leave a lasting impact, shaping the way Muslims live their lives throughout the year. The discipline and self-control cultivated during Ramadan translate into other areas of life. The increased focus on prayer and reflection deepens the spiritual connection with God. The acts of charity and kindness become second nature. Ramadan teaches us the importance of gratitude, humility, and compassion. It reminds us that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the richness of our relationships, the strength of our faith, and the good deeds we do for others. As the world faces increasing challenges, the values embodied during Ramadan offer a beacon of hope and inspiration. The spirit of unity, empathy, and generosity that flourishes during this holy month has the power to bridge divides, heal wounds, and create a more just and compassionate world for all.